It's succulent time. Succulents laid out that I received from the Next Gardener. And guys, I have a 15% off coupon, or discount code if you will. And the link is below. Yeah, look at all those beautiful succulents. I'm not going to use all of them today, but I'm going to use some of them. So I'm going to show you how to kind of like pick out what ones and how to make a good arrangement. Yeah? So when I'm actually out in the garden, when you create a flower bed, there is kind of like a color rule or slash guideline to go by that makes it more appealing for the eye. That is like the use of color combinations. You usually want your reds, yellows, greens, and blues. So those are the 4 colors that you kind of want in your gardens. So I'm going to take that same concept and apply it to the arrangement that I'm going to make with my succulents. Also, another feature in the garden that I want to mimic is the use of textures. Each plant should have like a different texture to kind of like set it apart from another one, especially if they're in like similar color groups. So I will show you what I mean by that. So by colors, we have some reds right here. This one I am definitely going to be using. It has a lot of dark red to it, and it has like some pink edging to it as well. Let me see here. Yeah, you see like a little bit of pinks, and you have like the green inside there. That's a pretty plant, but it's super long. Okay, so a propagation tip is I'm actually going to cut it like right here. And with succulents, you could actually just use that top cutting and stick it right into the soil without any roots. It will grow roots. And then I'm going to leave this with the leaves on below. And what's going to happen is it's going to branch out and like develop more rosettes. So I'll actually have more rosettes, which is like this feature, okay? There's like my red, darkish foliage that I'm going to be using. Let's see what other colors we got here. The pickle plant, okay? Look how cute that is. It looks like it has little pickles on the stems. That is fun. That is fun. So this is definitely my green plant. I'm going to take that over here. And again, this is going to be like with the different textures, okay? You have like this stiff vertical piece right here, and then you have the rosette Echeveria right here. So the other is too big to fit in that little pot. So rearrange it and kind of divide it up a little bit. So I think this bunny-eared cactus is absolutely adorable, and even though like these 2 plants right here it's green on green, the different textures help differentiate the plant. So I think I could actually put this one in front of that one, and that one would be in the back. This is definitely going to fulfill the blue requirement. This has to be one of the coolest succulents I've seen. This is the Gilo drop, Echeveria. Look at that. I like the lining on the edges. It's like a cream colored lining, and then you have the blue-green rosette, and it has like little like raindrops almost, I want to say, on the edges of the petals. Look at that. That's so cool. So dimensional. I like that. And this one right here, that Apricot Beauty. This has a lot of yellow to it. It's variegated. And another one I'm going to chop and prop. I'm just going to chop off the very top of it and stick it in soil, and then I'm going to let the bottom half continue to grow because I'll get more rosettes out of it. And I have like these different textures of plants. This is like a Crassula, I believe. But yeah, definitely like a different texture, and it's kind of wild looking, and that's kind of neat. And I also have this string of pearls right here, so I could take a little bit off of this and stick them in to have it kind of cascading over the pot. But we'll see what I could all fit in this pot here. I want it tight because one Echeveria, or succulents don't grow super fast. And also you don't usually want a whole lot of soil with succulents because that means it holds on to more water and you're easily more likely to rot them. Especially since I'm going to be taking some cuttings right here, I want to be really careful about not getting them super wet. Gardener sent me over some soil too, specifically for cacti and succulents. So I will be using that. Awesome. This is my little setup here. Got my tray, my cookie tray, because that's how I roll. Everybody has one of these. Help contain the mess that I'm about to make. Scissors and all that stuff. The plants that we just went over. And I got my soil here. So let's open this up and put a little bit of soil in the bottom. This company sells its own soil with its succulents simply because, you know, that's what they use. And, oh yeah, that looks good. Awesome. And this is available on the website too. Link in the description. Looking good, potting mix. Looking good. Yeah, it's not like super dry either, but it's not like wet. So it's like kind of like a perfect combination. Cool. So I'm just gonna take some, put it in here. Even like thicker pots, you could actually even put like rocks or anything to add some more drainage on the bottom and then fill with soil. You want to dissect this and see what's going on with the roots and stuff and see how this grows. Yep, falling out, falling out. Ugh. Interesting. Okay. I should be able to divide this. I'm going to keep this clump because it's closer together and there's different variations of height, which I like. I'm going to dig a little hole kind of like off to the center, off center towards the back because this is one of the taller plants. So I want that obviously more in the back. Now, I'm not going to bury it all the way yet. I'm just kind of getting it in position because I'm going to be adding more soil. So I just kind of want it like where it needs to be. Yeah, that's good. I like that. All right, and the next one I'm going to add is this Echeveria rosette here. So I'm actually going to be cutting it again so I can get more rosettes later. So yeah, I think I'm going to cut it right there. Right there is good. I gotta do this with one hand. It's kind of hard. Ah, off with its head. The idea is that it's going to produce more shoots and have more rosettes. I'm going to keep these leaves on. So there's nothing wrong with this plant. It's just going to produce more babies, which is awesome. I'm going to take off these bottom leaves here. And you just twist them. That's probably the easiest way. And I can leaf propagate these, so it's not a waste. So I'll just give it a little twist, and there it goes. Alright, one thing to remember is when you are doing this type of propagation method is that this is open, okay? The night before, well, actually like 2 nights before, you should make sure that your succulents are like really, they don't need water, like they're healthy, they're good to go. Because when you stick this in the soil, you don't want your soil to be drenched and wet. it will rot the root out. Now, there's some people, now I never seen it done with succulents, but I've seen it done with houseplants. They will actually put like a beeswax on the bottom there to seal that wound. I'm not going to right now, but just to remember, like, have this watered prior and don't water them in, or else you're gonna rot the root, rot the stem out. And the new roots will actually come out from where I pulled the leaves off. So I'm actually gonna need some more soil. I'm gonna use actually a lot of the soil that came off of the other plant. Might as well, there's nothing wrong with it. It's not like there's any bugs or anything in it. Just gonna stick that in like voila. Ah, beautiful. Nice. Alright, the next one I'm going to put in is this bunny ears cactus. I know that usually when they're older, they're actually much more tougher with the spines, but right now they're actually pretty soft, so I don't have to worry about handling them too much. Looking good so far. You can see the different textures and colors, which is always important. And you can definitely break up the roots. You're not going to hurt the plant. If there are any leaves underneath that need to come out, like they're just brown and old, take them out now before you pot them up. Ooh, that looks good. Get my little spoon and push some of the soil underneath this rosette. Getting really good, really happy with that. And I have room to like put some little trailing plants down, but first, well, the last one that I'm going to put in of the larger ones I got from the next gardener is this one right here, the variegated. This will add the yellow. Ooh. This is such a beautiful plant, but it is tall. It is very full, but what I'm going to do is the same thing that I did with the first Echeveria is I'm going to cut it. So I'm actually yeah, see, there was one leaf that came off during shipping, which actually for like all the plants I got, and like one leaf fell off. That's pretty good. So anyway, I'm going to cut right below that, and again, this is going to signal more rosettes to grow. Ah, beautiful. Ooh. Did I get you? Oh, I did. Okay. Okay, baby. And this is the rosette that I'm left with, and I'm actually going to take off like 2 or 3 of the bottom leaves. That way I kind of have like a long stem to stick in the soil. So I gotta put my camera down for this. Oh wait, I got it. Yep. Twist it. That's like the best way to do it. I kind of nicked this one when I was making the cut, but we'll see if it will survive. Yeah, I have horrible hands, guys, like my nails and stuff. I always did. I work with my hands, so they're not going to be pretty. That's a beautiful rosette, yeah? Let's see. Right in here. Ooh, that's pretty. That is so pretty, you guys. Ah, the greens, the blues, the yellows, the reds. I'm actually going to use this Crassula here, and I think what I'm going to do is actually just like take a few snips off of it. This is very like whimsical and adds movement, also stiff, so I Alright, and I actually got some Tradescantia cuttings. I love this plant with the greens, the silvers, and then the purple undersides. This can act as a trailing plant, and I have good success with them when I treat them like a succulent. So I'm going to go ahead and pop some in here for some color. And this is a Hoya Wyetii. Again, treat a Hoya like a succulent. Pushing it in really, really slowly. Okay, I like that. I like that. This is beautiful. Look at all that texture and color. Okay, I got one more. The string of pearls. Now I'm going to cut this one long strand into multiple pieces and have it draping over the side. Yeah. How beautiful it turned out. Ah, it's gorgeous with the string of pearls and the Tradescantia and the Echeverias, the cactus, and oh, just like an array of color and textures. I am so happy. And remember guys, I'm going to put a link down for the next gardener. There's 15% off discount code you can use. So yeah, wow, I'm really, really excited how this came out.